Okay, everybody, I'm just going to talk like I'm talking to you over the phone or in person. So, um, there might be some things that are going to be out of sequence, and I'm only going to try to say them as I remember them. And also, if there's some things that, I may have to pause and think about what I need to say next, just in case I forget something. So, we had talked to Malu about the idea of putting mom on the plane for this ICU plane, and even though she thought that was an excellent idea, she still, the first thing that she thought of, it's still not going to be possible because the doctor won't clear her to fly. So it doesn't even matter what aircraft that we use, because mom failed. I think one of the things was a challenge with the altitude. There's something about that it will throw off her vitals or something like that. So the doctor isn't going to clear her. And you know for a company to take on that responsibility, she's not sure if a company would want to take on that risk and the responsibility. So I don't think we're going to have the challenge of finding a company that's going to be willing to take mom on, considering that the doctor will not clear her to fly. Now she said that if we did that, if she got released and we did that on our own, of course, the liability is no longer on him, but still the company is not going to take that on, knowing that she doesn't have a flight clearance from the doctor. So that's the biggest challenge. The other challenge is, mom somehow had that episode where she couldn't breathe, and they really didn't know, and she got herself so upset. So they don't know if that's a medical thing or if that's an emotional thing. Obviously, there's probably fear, but they seem to think that's an emotional thing. And, that's something they can't take care of. That's something they can't medicate, if she has the fear or has the emotional feeling that she has about, flying. Malu did tell me that mom really expresses that she wants to come home, that she really wants to come home, and that you know, uh, she doesn't want to stay there longer than she has to. But Malu also reassured me that mom, because I told her we need to get her home, she can get better care here. But she told me that that hospital in Manila is the top hospital in Asia. It's the number one, ranked number one in Asia, and mom is being seen by the top cardiologist. So as far as care, Malu reassured me that she is getting the very best care that she can get in the hospital, and she's in the best hospital that she could be in. Now, when I expressed that for her to go back to Bulacan, my it's scary that they're going to bring her back over there, and then she's going to be in this hospital that may not have the right type of facility or treatments. But she helped me with by saying, Bulacan's not that bad. It's an up and coming area. It's not in the province. It's not somewhere where they're way behind time or something like that. She said that they do have those facilities, and they're not taking her back to Greg's family's house. They're taking her to like a hotel slash condo that it's very nice, but it is a little bit closer to them, and then it's also close to the hospital where she was. But she also said that she does feel that Bulacan is not the right choice, not the right option to do that for her. But we have to take mom, she said, you guys have to take your mom in consideration, because we have not even presented this to her, and we need to present it to her so she has a say and a choice. Because she says your mom is very strong. She has a very strong mind, and she knows what she wants, and she knows what, where she's comfortable. Unfortunately, well, she also knows, she said, mom's very smart. She also knows what her limitations are, what her body can't, what she feels in her body, and so that she can't do. But she says that, mom may feel more comfortable in Bulacan because she feels like she has family there that's gonna be able to just be around, and that may be said a lot. There might be a lot to be said about the fact that she might feel comfortable there. Although I said to her, well, why, we can tell her these options, but why can't we highly suggest to her or recommend to her or say, Mom, if I were you, you need to stay. I would stay here in Manila. I would stay here at a condo. And Malu says, certainly we can do that, and we should do that. We should try to urge Mom that this is the better choice. But Malu really stresses that we need to allow Mom to make that decision because there's a lot to be said about her being comfortable or where her comfort level is. And then she also said that, you know, Mom wants to get better. She really does want to get better, but her the doctor told them that Mom, I don't know how much Mom knows, but Malu said that they're trying to tell Mom things a little at a time because they don't want to upset her. They don't want to shock her. So they just tell her just things enough. They're not hiding anything, but they're not giving her the full blown of like, no, you cannot go home right now, and there may not even be a way for you to get home. They're not telling her that because they don't want to not give her any hope. But Malu said that I lost my train of thought. Hold on. She said that Mom. Hold up. Let me think about that just a second.